Sky Prophet, baby, back with another video. Hope you're doing all right today. Hope you got your spirits up, getting better, doing away with all the little things that we can say hinder you. Trying to be a better person, a better inspiration overall to everybody, man. To everybody. Our desires, that's not necessarily imaginary. We live life, so these desires come from our failures, and it also comes from seeing other people achieve things, do things we think cool, like things like that. That's how we come into these desires. And that's why we got to understand the importance of these words, the importance of how we talk, what we talk, like the way we putting things, the way we feeling about them, and everything. This, we say fallen angels and, lowered frequencies and all of this, but it's going to break down to we went from being imaginary to visual. That's why it stressed so much about don't go by, sight alone. However your brain is working, however your mind is ticking, that's according to whatever spirit you entertaining. Now, when I say brain and all that and spirit and entertaining the spirit, your knowledge, your wisdom, your abilities is yours. That's all you got, and that's all you know. Some of us don't know that, but that's all we have. But how we using it depends on the spirit that we in. Low vibrational, high vibrational, good or bad, positive or negative, We create our own, guess you can say hell, even heaven, through our desires. They say in the beginning was the word. Okay, in the beginning was the word. So let's just pause for a second right now. In the beginning was the word. Okay, now, right now as we speak, in the beginning is the word. Okay, so if prophet starting off right now, like just say if right now was the beginning, what prophet has, my words, that's my world. That's my beginning. The beginning was the word, and God was the word. You the God. What's your word? What are you going by? How are you living? What kind of values are you bringing to your character? What kind of positives are you bringing to the world? what kind of things that you notice and there's a discrepancy as far as your thought patterns and you getting rid of them. You know, you overcoming, or shall we say conquering. You conquering all of these backwards thoughts, useless thoughts. You as big as you think. You only as big as you think. So if you're sitting there thinking that you're not nothing, you're never gonna be nothing, you can't seem to get it right, you don't know why you keep waking up, all this, what you're doing is keeping yourself in a box. I don't know if we all familiar with boxes, but we all should be familiar with boxes, all right? If you're not familiar with a box, listen up to Prophet. Get you a box. Put something in the box, whatever you want in the box. Whatever you want to put in the box, put it in the box. Now, after that, imagine yourself in that box. Close it. Close it. And that's all you know, what's in that box. You don't know what's outside of that box. If you inside of that box, that's why we're supposed to think outside the box. We're supposed to think outside the box to find out things about ourselves that we don't know. You know, like how I'm gonna find out something about myself if I'm thinking the same way I always think. Like I have to think different. You know, I have to have another viewpoint. I have to have a different perspective for me to see something different. You know, and your mind mimics the spirit that you're entertaining. We be going by what we see and we be creating these false realities for ourselves. You know, not to say some of the things that you see is not as is, you know, but the way your mind sees and processes things is your world. A person's ability to lure your attention to them means what? That means you are now willing to entertain whatever that is. We have to be mindful of things like that. We have to understand that what you give your attention to is the kind of attention that you're going to have within your awareness. I've heard stories about like I blacked out and you know things like that, and we ain't got to get into all this if something really be wrong with people sometime, but for us to do things, I'm gonna grab this cup and make all these quick moves like that. I gotta be aware of that. Like I gotta be aware of that. You know, some things we just do it so much to where like it seemed like we not aware of it, but we aware of it. It's just so much a part of us. It's not consciously, it's subconsciously. Your mind is going to help you will your desires into this 3D reality. You know, we put it like that. So your words, what you standing for, and all of these things is going to somehow get back to your desires, you know? It's not to say we don't want what we entertaining, but we desire our entertainment. You know, we desire things that we feel would entertain us. You know, your spirit, your spirit. Picture your spirit. Just come on in and sit down and profit. Just picture that. And I'm allowing this spirit to use me as a vessel. If it wasn't this type of spirit, if it wasn't the spirit of, I would say, knowledge, I would say wisdom, I would say humbleness, I would say stillness, peacefulness, understanding, understanding. If it wasn't that type of spirit, then prophet couldn't sit down and communicate on a sincere note like this. If prophet had a chaotic spirit within me, then you would some kind of way, if not you, one of y'all, somebody have to notice the chaotic spirit within prophet. Do we all have these type of spirits? Yeah, we all entertain them because we all fly off the handle and forget we supposed to be thinking at times. You know, better and better with that, we all supposed to. We never supposed to let an instant take you away from who you really are. Prophet gonna say that again. We are never supposed to let an instant take us away from who we really are, who we truly are at our core. You know, like nothing's supposed to transform that for us, trigger that for us. When you wake up in the morning, it's important that you be aware. You know, and we say, I ain't got to be aware of these dear statues. They just sitting right there. You know, like, but is that really aware? You conscious of it? Okay. You don't have to acknowledge it, because when you're aware of somebody trying to disturb your peace, trying to come at you the wrong way, you aware of that. You just don't entertain it. Some of us do. Some of us have to get out of the practice of entertaining it. You know, some of us have to even understand when we actually even entertaining it. But however it goes though, you don't have to acknowledge it, but be aware of it. Yeah. You know, so like don't even treat your mind like you think you're not aware of it because you don't pay attention to it like that. You know, you don't acknowledge it in your moment. You know, but if a question was asked to you about something pertaining to that, you aware, you know how to answer it, you know how to bring yourself to that. You know, like so you really are aware of it. It's just subconsciously. You know, like we over and over and over again is how we get that, you know, and we can pass and pass and pass on the same route, you know, over and over again. And they can actually build something along that route or put something along that route. And it'll take some of us a couple of days to even notice it, you know, because we are subconsciously moving, but think that we're aware because we turning the radio and we talking on the phone, and that's not being aware. Aware is being aware, you know, of your surroundings and everything. You know, that's what being conscious is. We gonna all get there one day, one way. Don't just go by sight. Understand that right now, right now, if profit making sense to you, if you don't have that desire to go against right, that desire to feel a need to be hateful, feel a need of jealousy within you, then you have a good spirit within you right now. Like you have a spirit, an understanding, an understanding spirit. You know, a spirit that want to help you grow. You know, a spirit that's brought you to this place right here, right now, and got your ears tuned in so you can hear something. You know, it ain't even got to be the whole message. It could be one thing that you heard. You know, but that's the part we be missing. You know, like we'll listen to something, and when it's over with, you know, like we not, because of the way the world, this earth is operating. It's like we be designed. It's like we make ourselves in a way to where when it's over, our focal points is what we didn't like. You know, like what they did wrong, like flaws. Fine and dandy if we help and correct them without judgment. You know, like that's a whole nother scenario. But we don't operate like that. You know, like we don't be operating out of that sincerity. You know, like it really be these ways we gotta get rid of, you know, that we operate out of in these times, you know, and we gotta understand that. You know, we'll go and talk to the next person and make it seem like it was genuine, but I mean, come on, like, you know, that mirror talk, you know, that toothbrush talk, you know, like that by yourself thinking you're pretty and all that, you know, like all this here, you know, and thinking to yourself then, you know, like it's a whole nother story, man. Like when we talking, but when we stop talking, when we finish and we part ways, we thinking about what we talked about. You know, like we not talking no more. We thinking about what we talked about. Understand that though. You know, understand that whenever you and somebody talking right now and y'all part ways, you not still talking to them. Like you are thinking about what y'all talked about. And I'm saying all that to say this. You shouldn't be mad. Your thinking shouldn't make you mad. You just thinking about what y'all talked about. Like you're not in that moment still talking. So what you're thinking about, y'all talked about, it shouldn't make you mad. Your thinking, your processing, your assessing, the way you handle your thoughts within your mind frame, you know, like that pattern, it shouldn't make you mad. It should just put you in a place of, oh, okay, understanding. Never no more. Ain't okay, I get it. That's where it should put you. It shouldn't make you mad. You know, and then the next time you see this person, now you in a whole nother state that clearly lets you know you didn't assess it the right way, you know. But we be lost. We be whirlwinding, man, on this earth, you know. Like a person to grab that, you know, like a grab the phone and play on the phone all day, you know, and like not even like try to even Google a question about they self, you know, like to learn something about self, you know, to learn something about life, to learn something about tomorrow, to learn something about, you know, these yesterdays, history, you know, like not his story, but history, you know, like past times, we gonna say, you know, like I ain't even, prophet ain't even feeling history that deep no more, you know. It's past times, you know, like prophet just wanted to bring a message. I want you to protect yourself to and from. Watch your surroundings. Protect yourself to and from. Watch what you take in your ears, man. Watch what you give out your mouth. Help somebody if you can, man. We all can help, man. Stop acting like you can't help. Like, stop acting like you can't help. Like, if you act like you can't help, it's because you see that people don't necessarily help you, or you don't necessarily help you, but like helping the next man, we all can do that in some form or fashion. Go out our way, we don't have to go out our way. You don't have to cut a piece of yourself off when you interacting with people. But we got to start understanding that whenever we interacting within consciousness, it helps us evolve. Like when two people are really conscious and aware of what's going on, aware of the conversations, aware of the feelings, aware of the process and the state of being and where it came from and where it's headed. Like when two people communicating like that, it should always be evolvement, growth within that. If you interacting within consciousness. Our thing be this: we be repetitious. That's why new is fearful. Because now we don't know what's about to happen. We good with, like that. And some of us, we need the whole process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of us, when you get to 2, we can understand is headed toward 5, Some of us, we got to go halfway, Some of us, we instantly understand it, like. So I'm saying that to say the levels of consciousness we be on, the levels of awareness we be on, it be different, but it's so easy to put another person on an awareness. It doesn't have to be on your level of awareness, but like if that person not aware of something and I turn them on to that, I'm able to tell them to where they are aware of it, then now they aware of that. That doesn't have to mean that they on my level of awareness. That just means that they got something else that they've added on that they're aware of, and we have to start understanding that, because aware, we look at it like I'm aware and wow, you're not aware. And it's not that, because it's still things that Prophet not aware of. A lot of things I'm not aware of. Like that's what life is about, for us to become aware, over and over again, cycles, man. So like we far from being aware of everything, but we close to being aware of our surroundings and our place and the picture of things, the scope of things. Watch what you take in that mouth. Watch what you take in the mirror, and watch what you give out your mouth, man. Help somebody if you can. Give somebody some words of encouragement if you can. If you can. Prophet got some words of encouragement, man. Water cleanses us. Feel good when you get out the tub. You just ain't as mad when you get out that tub, Took weight off of you. Took dirt off of you. We like water. We cool with that. We cool with that low bull because that water right there, and we like water, But that high board, we gotta start understanding that. Take a chance on that high board. For one, it's because it's higher. For two, you have to understand, just because it's higher don't mean you have to make a big splash. And if y'all understand this diving, you'll understand it. Like that's the real process of it. You don't have to make that big splash. Matter of fact, the less splash you make, the better you are at that, So you don't have to try to be all rambunctious and be all out here and all this. All you have to do is raise your vibration to a higher state of being, a higher state of awareness, and help people just become aware. You don't have to go out of your way, try to create yourself a character to be You know, like none of these type of things. Just go on your truth and go on what you know. Till next time, man. Look, love everybody, bro. Sky Prophet, baby. Peace out.